What's up, guys? It's time to rank all of the new units in the update on our tier list. But let's get it started, guys. Let's give these units the best shot possible. So I got them all secret formula, and now let's level them up a little bit. All right, first up, let's get our Goofy Goober to secret formula. All right, here we go. So we're gonna roll on him, Goofy Goober. So let's get him to secret formula. Hopefully, he's gonna be doing something good for us. Oh, there we go. Not bad. Pretty quick. So now his stats are 20,000 for 10, so 2,000 DPS, not too bad. We're going to level him up to level 50 real quickly. All right, so level 50, these are his stats, guys. 4,000 DPS, not too bad. Now, this guy at level 1, Shiny Wumbo 5-star, his DPS is pretty insane, but his range is really bad. Now, I will say one thing about Squog. If we take a look, his range does go up when you level him up, so now it's all the way at 14.9. All right, and I am going to bring a Jellyfish Jam unit for us during our comparison, for us when we rank these units. All right, also before we get in, guys, I am giving away a Squidosaurus Rex. So if you want one, subscribe, like the video, and check out the pinned comment to enter. All righty, let me go grab this real quick and let's get this party started. All right, let's get it started with the Goofy Goober. Now, this guy is kind of nice. He is full AoE. Now, I will say one trick you can do with him, guys, if you're really down bad, is you can spam him like so. All right, so that's a little cool trick you guys can do if you have a lot of money. We used to do this back in the days on All-Star Tower Defense with like Light Yogg and me. So that's a little trick you guys can do. Honestly, it might be worth it. All right, so honestly, look at the stats, guys. 4,000 DPS is pretty high. Now, if we're comparing him to like a secret unit, this guy's doing like 40,000 DPS. So I will say that's the one problem I have with Goofy Goober is like 10 SP, like his 10 SPA really kills him. All right, and even if we throw a Jellyfish Jam on him, like he just doesn't really get that much better. All right, now we're gonna max him out, and I will say he has a chance of missing units. All right, I do have secret formula on him now. He would have 20 SPA if you didn't have secret formula on him, guys. I'll show you that in a second. But 47k, 54k, 60k, 81,000, guys. So 10,000 DPS when this guy starts with 40,000. Yeah, it's kind of tough there. And this guy gets way higher. All right. So I'll show you some of the comparables for him in a second. But next up, we have Squog. Now, the one problem with Squog is he does have something crazy high DPS. All right, he is single target, though, so keep that in mind. So that's kind of his downfall. But he has really high, he has really, really high DPS. Honestly, if we whip down to this secret here, shockingly enough, it appears that this guy has a similar DPS to his secret unit. And the nice thing is he does have double placement as well. So, however, he is single target. And his range does suck. This guy has pretty good range. Like, so much more range. All right, so let's get some upgrades on him. And his damage does go over 100,000. For a mythic, that's not too bad. So he has over 100,000 DPS with double placement. But he is single target. And his range does kind of suck. So keep that all in mind. Now, we can drop ourselves a little handsome Squidward. So with the handsome Squidward, 19.3 range. All right, does it actually go up? I forget what Jellyfish Gem buffs. Okay, it does not buff the range. It's only SPA. 0.5 SPA now. And he has a very fast attack animation. So not going to lie, he actually does combo pretty well with Jellyfish Gem. But again, he is single target only, which is kind of annoying. That's kind of his big downfall. But I will say his DPS is very good and his range is very poor. All right, next up we have Squidosaurus Rex. I'll compare him with some of the other secrets, but the thing I want you guys to know about Squidosaurus Rex is his animation time is really, really low. So he attacks very, very quickly. So you guys can kind of see how fast he attacks. So this looks high, but if you factor in his short animation time, it's not that bad. And his DPS does go absolutely crazy, guys. You can easily get him over 100,000 damage per hit with a fast SPA and crazy good range. I will say, guys, Squidosaurus Rex, in my opinion, is getting the nod over some of the other secrets, which I'll show you guys in a second. But remember, animation times are a pretty big deal. Okay, keep that in mind. So let's head back to the lobby and we'll do some comparisons and then we'll finalize the ranking. All right, so let's go slide on over here to the index for our comparisons. Actually, I guess I have some in my inventory. So we'll just go over here to Squidosaurus Rex, 37,000 for 0.8. And we can compare that to Dennis. Faster and faster, but Dennis's animation time is a lot longer. Even Hash, guys, is doing more DPS. Honestly, Hash has a lot more DPS, but I believe his animation time is just that much longer that it's actually worth it to consider the Squidosaurus. Now, if you already have a Hash, not gonna lie, he might not really be much of a difference better to like do more damage. But like if you don't have Hash already, and I will say Spongehenge also has a pretty fast animate. But yeah, in Spongehenge it's pretty easy to get a 5-star. Like here's my 5-star Neptune's Crown one. It's pretty OP too. So overall for Squidosaurus, I think ranking him, I definitely like him right around like the Hash mark. So I'm gonna probably put him right up there. I definitely think he has a chance of being the 3rd best secret. But they're all, I'm gonna be honest, guys, all of these full AoE secrets are pretty balanced. So it's kind of hard to say which one's better than the other. They're all very balanced. All right, next up we have Goofy Goober. Now Goofy Goober is a weird one. 40,500 with 10 SBA and 30 range. Now we're gonna compare it with some of the other full AoE units. So let me unequip all, equip him, and I want Shiny Wumbo Mythic Secret Form. All right, so I have Smitty and I have Realistic Fish Head, and I think there was another one I wanted to have on this list that I don't really know if I have it equipped though. Okay, looks like I don't have one on me right now. But here we go. For this, comparing him to the old full AoE secrets, I'm not gonna lie, like DPS wise, it's not really looking too good for the Goofy Goober. I don't know why Goofy. Oh, I like he's not Shiny Wumbo. Duh. All right, yeah, he's not really showing up much. We also have Quickster as well, guys, but Quickster is not that great. But Goofy Goober, 4,000 DPS. Now, this guy is level 100, so I will keep that in mind. But he is doing over 9,000, like double the DPS and more range. So I will say Smitty Shiny Wumbo is better than Goofy Goober non-Shiny Wumbo. Same thing with like Realistic Fish Head. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, there's a few other ones I forgot to use her up. I don't think she's full AoE, though. There's another full AoE one I wanted to show you guys. It was like Tattletale, I wanted to say. Yeah, Tattletale Strangler. This guy's another full AoE one. 5,000 DPS with more range. So pretty much every unit, guys, has more range than the Goofy Goober. And honestly, like, Tattletale Strangler is better, in my opinion. And I will say animation time-wise, this guy might have a slight edge. But overall, like, considering how easy this guy is to get, I can't really say much for Goofy Goober. Now, Goofy Goober Shiny Wumbo is very easy to get, but this guy has so much more range. I really can't recommend using Goofy Goober. I just don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. So honestly, for Goofy Goober, like, and he's pay to win only. Like, you can't get him if you're a free-to-play player. So for that reason, I think it's fair to put him, I'll probably put him, like, right, honestly, pretty down low. I'd probably say he's, like, right about there. Like, I would probably go with Smitty or Fishhead over him, just because of how easy those are to get. You can get them for literally free. In fact, guys, if you want one, I will give it to you for free. Like, the amount of Smitties I have is crazy. I have a backup Smitty. I have so much free units to give, guys. So many free Shiny Wumbo Mythics. Look at this. Shiny Wumbo. Shiny Wumbo Mythics. Like, the amount of Shiny Wumbo Mythics I have is actually crazy. Look at this, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you need one, just let me know, guys. I'll give it to you for free. Same thing with Mermaid Man, Man Ray. I got them all, guys. Even Squogs, I'll give those away. Even though, honestly, not that many exist. All right, speaking of Squog, guys, he's our last one on the list. Now, he's kind of a hard comparison. There's not really a lot of single target units. Now, I will say his damage is actually pretty dang good. So Squog's damage is 5,000 DPS off rip. And we can compare that to this guy. So less, honestly, less, like, not as good as a secret, obviously, but like 5,000 DPS. But look at that 5 rage. Is kind of criminal. Not gonna lie. Now there's some other units we can compare it to, like Secret Agent Star. Again, doing a lot more DPS, guys. Very, very high DPS. Very fast animation time. Very nice. But again, that terrible rage. So technically, he's probably the highest DPS mythic. Honestly, technically, Mermaid Man might be higher. Yeah, Mermaid Man. Low-key, Mermaid Man might be higher DPS. I think only the line AoE units have higher DPS. The line AoE is freaking messed up. So keep that in mind. Hibernation Sandy is another example. There's a lot of good examples there, but he's not terrible, but his range sucks so bad. Even at level 100, guys, his range goes so low. It's kind of hard for you to rank him very highly, but like if you can figure out how to use him, I guess he's gonna be good. So I'll put him up here in like the B tier. But like honestly, that range might actually kill him, and that's the 5-star Shiny Wumbo level 100 version. So keep that in mind as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. Comment down below if I missed anything. And let me know, guys, what unit do you want them to add to Spongebob Tower Defense next? Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.